Jerusalem is not just a city, it is sacred to three of the world's major religions. It has changed hands more than 40 times. It has been destroyed, rebuilt, besieged, and fought over for nearly 5,000 years. Empires have risen to claim it. Armies have marched thousands of miles to capture it. Millions still pray facing it. But how did a small settlement around a water spring become the most contested holy city on earth? This is the story of Jerusalem. Jerusalem began around 3000 BC near the Gihon Spring, a rare, reliable water source in an otherwise dry landscape. Its first inhabitants, the Canaanites, built defensive walls to protect that water. Even then, survival depended on control. By 1500 BC, it was under Egyptian influence. But when Bronze Age civilizations collapsed around 1200 BC, new powers emerged. Among them, the Israelites. Around 1000 BC, King David captured Jerusalem and made it his capital. For the first time, the city became the political and spiritual heart of a kingdom. His son Solomon built the first temple, transforming Jerusalem from a fortified town into the center of Jewish worship. From this moment forward, the city was no longer just strategic, it was sacred. In 586 BC, Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II besieged Jerusalem, destroyed Solomon's temple, and exiled much of its population. It was the first catastrophic fall of Jerusalem. The temple was gone, the people were scattered, but the idea of Jerusalem endured. When Persia conquered Babylon decades later, Jews were allowed to return and rebuild the temple. The city rose again. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great took Jerusalem. Greek culture spread, tensions rose. Jewish rebels fought back in the Maccabean revolt, reclaiming the temple, an event still remembered during Hanukkah. Then came Rome. Under Roman rule, Jerusalem grew, but so did unrest. In 70 CE, after a Jewish revolt, Roman legions destroyed the Second Temple. Only one outer retaining wall remained, what is now the Western Wall. The Romans renamed the city. Jews were banned from entering. Jerusalem was rebuilt, but no longer Jewish. In the 4th century, Roman Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity. His mother Helena identified the site of Jesus' crucifixion. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre was built. Jerusalem became one of Christianity's holiest cities. Pilgrims poured in. For the first time, Christianity dominated Jerusalem. But that would not last. In 638 CE, Muslim armies captured Jerusalem. Under early Islamic rule, Jews were allowed to return. The Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque were built on the Temple Mount. Jerusalem now held sacred meaning for Islam as well. 3 religions, 1 city, and control mattered more than ever. In 1099, Crusaders from Europe besieged Jerusalem. When they breached the walls, they massacred much of the city's Muslim and Jewish population. The Kingdom of Jerusalem was established. But in 1187, Saladin retook the city. Unlike the Crusaders, he allowed Christians to remain. The Crusades would continue for nearly 2 centuries, but none would permanently secure Jerusalem. In 1517, the Ottoman Empire took Jerusalem. Under Suleiman the Magnificent, the city walls were rebuilt, the same walls still standing today. For centuries, Jerusalem remained relatively quiet, important, holy, but not the center of global power. By the 1800s, it was a small provincial town, but change was coming. In 1917, British forces captured Jerusalem during World War I, but Britain had made conflicting promises: a national home for Jews, independence for Arabs. Both believed Jerusalem was theirs. Immigration increased, tensions grew, violence followed. In 1947, the United Nations proposed partition, dividing the land into Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international control. War broke out anyway. West Jerusalem became Israeli. East Jerusalem, including the Old City, came under Jordanian control. In 1967, Israel captured East Jerusalem during the Six-Day War. Since then, the status of Jerusalem has remained one of the most sensitive and contested political issues in the world. Jews revere the Western Wall, Christians the Holy Sepulchre, Muslims Al-Aqsa and the Dome of the Rock, all within a few hundred meters of each other. Jerusalem has been conquered by Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Crusaders, Ottomans, and modern nations. It has been destroyed twice, besieged dozens of times, claimed by billions. Yet it still stands, not just as a city, but as an idea of faith, of power, of identity. And that is why the struggle for Jerusalem has never truly ended, because when a city becomes an idea, it never stops being fought for. If you want more stories like this, the moments that shaped the world, subscribe and follow the journey. And tell me in the comments, what place should we uncover next?